Hi guys and welcome to the stream finally, and to this review of Mortal Engines. Now guys, because if you remember last time I had some issues, I want to check how you see me, how you hear me, everything of that nature, and we can continue on. So yeah, let's see of Mortal. Oh god. My sound coming from the speakers. I'm gonna fix that right away. Now guys, because if you remember, I had some. Okay, it seems that it's a bit low, so I'm gonna turn that up. Test it real quick again. See me, how you hear me, everything. Oh no. Okay, testing. So yeah, let's testing. Oh god. I'm gonna explain what's happening. Coming from the speakers. Okay, I don't have time for everything, but you are basically hearing me. Maybe my headphones are low. Just let me know how you hear me and all of that, guys. So I don't know. I mean, I don't want to go too much into detail what heck happened these days, but basically, the problems that I had with my Windows continued until they, well, didn't work anymore at all. I didn't want to launch Windows on or anything of that nature, so I had to reinstall everything. So now I still have programs, sorry, that I don't have, and yeah, that's basically what happened. So some adjustments to the lighting and to the sound are again to come. I hope that I don't have any more problems. I changed so many things on the PC, and now the Windows is, what left to be fixed. So I hope that it's gonna be fixed finally. So Mortal Engine, guys, I went to see this at the movies. It's really not a lot of things to choose from these days. I mean, till the end of the year, of course, we have Aquaman, we have Bumblebee, we have Mary Poppins. That I still am yet to see the original movie of that, and I do plan to see all of those, especially of course Aquaman. I'm like, Aquaman, I just can't wait to see that. I have to buy tickets like right away when it comes out. For sure, that's a must see at the very second. But Mortal Engines was like a wild card. I really didn't feel very impressed by the trailers. I really didn't felt impressed by the idea of it. Visually it was very interesting because obviously moving cities, duh. I mean, like I never seen that before done in any movie. The concept of it is rather new. I mean, it's actually very new if we count only the movies, but it was, previously, it was a book. Basically, it was a book. Hi, Sand. Hi to you. Good evening, Ivy. Good evening. I hope, guys, that if you watch this recorded, you will check out the comments, the live comments, so you know what we're talking about here. Well, this week was okay, you can say. Squad gang in that house. Yes, the weekend. I'm so happy about the weekend. So guys, to recap real quick, because you just joined the stream, I had to reinstall Windows again. I had to reinstall a lot of pro. I'm stuck on that word today. I don't know why. Programs, and that's why I was missing. Also tried to watch the DC crossover, but I'm gonna talk about that when I actually finish watching it, so I can make a review of that. So let's continue with this movie. So guys, I felt that I wanted to see this really, really, because it has this vibe of a movie just before the end of the year, that you don't know really what it was, what it's gonna bring, but you really want to see it. And to give you an example of what I mean, I would say that movie with Keanu Reeves, Samurai, I forget what it was exactly, but that movie just really went under the radar, when it was released like a couple years ago. But it brought this Christmas spirit for some reason in me. I'm surprised. It has nothing to do with Christmas, but somehow, some way, it has this spirit by, that a movie that is supposed to be at the end of the year. I don't know how to explain. But anyway, guys, so this movie, I didn't expect anything of it. I expected actually to be really lame or well, I was gonna give it the benefit of the doubt, and I did. And as this movie went, it just got more interesting and more interesting. The story started to, unravel literally, and I mean, the audience got a better idea of what the heck is going on. And I actually bought this whole idea of these cities that moved and they are created in this way so people of earth can transform themselves with the whole city and they can look for resources and survive. And by look and what I mean by looking for resources, they're basically hunting other smaller cities. Basically every city is like a ship. You have pirate ships, you have just cargo ships, and I can compare that, to, I mean, to basic ships like you have in a pirate movie, but it's with cities and it's on the ground, it's on the earth. uh Titans trailer. Yeah, that's a topic for another day, but yeah, I did see the Titans trailer. Irko, Irko. So yeah, not fun at all. And for such a close period of time, you just can't get a break with these freaking PC problems. But anyway, guys, back to the movie. So it was all about, London and how it's, this big, massive city that needs a lot of resources to work, and the people that run London and the people that live in it are mostly snobs, like complete snobs. There's like the people that are different classes. So some people, in the hierarchy, they're the big snobs, the rich people. The other are like just regular peasant people. But I don't want to give anything away. But Hugo Weaving's character, which is obviously the villain, if you saw the trailer, he's kind of interesting. He's not that generic, if you ask me. He does have some qualities or lack thereof that villains have. I mean, lack thereof because villains are evil, you know. But it's interesting. I think he's interesting. He's very good to play a villain, but he's very typecast in that way, you can say, which I don't mind because he's supposed to be that. That is his shtick, you can say. And this girl, never seen her before. By the way, she looks a lot better with the mask on. She just looks badass because her hair is great. Yeah, she was really interesting, really great in the movie. The guy that plays the boy in the movie, so to speak, is not really a boy in the real life. He's like, 30 years old, but he looks like 17. He's extremely young looking, which is amazing. So he was great, she was great. There was one Japanese female kick-ass character. She was great. It was a bit, on the nose at some point, but nothing really annoyed me. Nothing really bored me. The movie just went really well. It was just on and on and on. This, you know, developing story, all the time. So it was really, really interesting from start to finish. Yes, maybe you can say there are some elements that we are used to see from movies like. I don't want to actually insult this movie by saying that it has elements similar to Twilight. It does not, but in a way, it has that young adult feel to it, but it's not annoying, it's not boring, it's not, too much. There's some cheesy moments, but not cheesy like, I used to see this so many times. It's not like that. It tries to be its own thing. and to present the story in the best, like you can say, objective way, because it really presents the story of this girl that tries to revenge somebody, and this boy that cuts into the whole thing. I mean, he gets involved into the whole thing without knowing what the heck he is involved in the first place, and he didn't really realize the world that he's living in, what is really going on. Let's say that. So in the end, the movie had a lot bigger scope than I expected in terms of how the story developed. It had a lot more layers to it. There's a very interesting character in the movie that was never explained how he came to be. I mean, you get the idea of how he is. I mean, of what he is. You know what he is, but you don't know, how he became what he was. So that maybe sound confusing, but I really don't want to spoil it because it was a real surprise in the movie. So the whole thing about this movie is that it surprised me, that it had a lot more to it. It had more story to it. It had more layers, as I said. It just, the characters were not just these bland characters. There was even another girl, uh, a one very blonde girl, that turned out to be also a very interesting character in her own way, although she wasn't that much in the movie, and all of that. So I really liked that this movie was a complete story from start to finish. It was open, at the end, to a continuation in a way, but they did finished what they started. They did. If you just watch this as a standalone movie, and if it never gets a second part, you'll be very satisfied, I think, with what it was. Is a complete package. If this never gets a sequel, it's pretty enough what we got here. So I really love how they explain the whole thing, her story especially. uh, and you can say there's like maybe some factions, if I can call them factions, in the movie, that they were not very well explained. How they formed. I mean, you're getting an idea, but you're not that much. So I really want, to have a broader idea of how these people came together, of how they, of what happened after this apocalyptic event, you can say, happened. Then how people divided, uh, divided the property, divided each other on different factions, basically. Yeah, that's what I mean. So yeah, so there's like some little things that were not really that well explained. They are trying to tell the story that includes so much, like, lore, and this is by creators of Lord of the Rings. I mean, the movie creators of Lord of the Rings created this. So as they're trying to interpret, uh, this book by, in their own way, they have a lot of things to present to the audience, a lot of things to say to the audience, and it looks like it's really difficult to do that. It is. And by the way that this movie is made, it seems like they did cut on some things, so they can, of course, present as much as of the meat of the story they can, and just leave like some smaller things behind. Mm, but they did that in a way that it didn't really take, much of the movie. So guys, I would say this, Mortal Engines is surprisingly a good movie. It's a good fun at the movies. It's not really something that special, but it's not really, something that you've seen before as an idea, as a concept. It's really something that you didn't quite see before, but it needs more to the story. I think it needs a bit more world building. It needs more storytelling from before. It needs more storytelling from here on out, from the end to whatever this leads to. So this is one of those things that if they're built upon, if they're continued, it's gonna be very very interesting. I think I would watch, definitely I would watch a part two of this movie, a sequel. I would watch that for sure. So guys, this is my review of Mortal Engines. Now I want to get into your comments. As always, first, if I have to give it some kind of a score, I would say that Mortal Engines is a movie, a fantasy. You can call it a fantasy, a futuristic world. It's like maybe like almost an 8. Like almost an 8 is very hard to differentiate. Um, but yeah, I see something in the comments. I'm gonna check it in a minute. So yeah, almost differentiate. You know, not differentiate, but it's very close to it, guys. Very close to it. So I would recommend seeing this, but not exactly at the movies, but somewhere. If not, I mean, if you have the money, if it's not, if it's a bit cheaper, yeah, see it in at the movies. Pretty good fun. If not, see it like on a holiday season at home some other time, some other holiday season, because not now. Okay, now let's see the comments, guys. I have to text something. Okay. Hmm. Uh, mm, Aquaman hype Giovanni. I don't know why the bot is deleting your comments. I really don't know. I don't know what's happening here. So it's not The Last Samurai. Is you just check what movies with Keanu Reeves that he was a samurai. I don't really watch other than American movies. Yeah, sometimes yes, most times no. Favorite song when I work out. Well, now I'm really listening to Kelly Clarkson. I really love Kelly Clarkson actually. I can't tell you which song exactly, but I listen to almost everything by Kelly Clarkson. Her previous albums from when she started till now. Really love her. Yeah, it does get more realistic, yeah, with each year. Ivy, as for you, because I know your taste, I think that you really can appreciate this movie. Most definitely, I think that you will enjoy it. Mm. I don't know why this Nightbot is acting this way. Yes, very good sign, believe me. The Hobbit movies, yeah. Hello to Bahadir. Hello, I'm sorry about this Nightbot. Really sorry about that. It just censor everything that doesn't need to be censored. Yeah. I don't know what's happening really to this Nightbot. It never acted that much. Hi, Matthew. I'll try Irko too. I don't know how to. Hi, Vicky. Thank you. Hi, Peter. Peter. Oh, I'm really happy that you're watching the stream actually. I have to try. I have no idea who is Katie Hewson, but she's not world famous because otherwise I would know her. It's a bot. Thanks, Vicky. Pesho. Thanks, Vicky. Thank you. Yeah, I would try to maybe think of some other bot, not this bot, maybe some other bot, so it can be more accurate. Well, guys, yeah, hello to you. So guys, this is about it about this movie. Now it's pretty damn late, and I have a lot of things to catch up on. I mean, a lot. I have to catch up on my workouts. I have to catch up on the other streams. Mm. Yeah, I have to watch Spider-Man to Spider-Verse. You have to send them Ivy to me. Yeah, send them by Facebook. I'm gonna see them. I actually most of the time I just I just watch YouTube when I work out. These days I'm trying to educate myself as much as possible on keto dieting. Because when you mix keto with intermittent fasting, it's just perfect. They both go hand in hand, and I'm already seeing results, guys. It's amazing. I'm doing it for 3 days, but because my body is already, used to run on not glucose because I'm fasting for like 16, 18 hours. Sometimes I'm fasting for 20, 22 hours when I'm on the weekends. And my body is used to getting energy directly from fat, ketones, and then the fat directly. I'm adapting faster and I'm really feeling better. I mean, feeling better in terms of that I feel lighter, but you know, when you don't have any carbohydrates, you really feel like, well, like a snail or something. So I had to work out just before I start the stream so I can wake up, and that actually brought me to normal level, to feeling normal again. But that's just the beginning phase. So basically, it's extremely beneficial, especially before Christmas, because I know that I'm gonna eat a lot of delicious things on Christmas that include mostly carbohydrates. I'm gonna load my body with that, so I want to make like a cleaning, you can say, before that, to clean my liver of all of that glycogen, and to lower insulin as much as possible. So I studied for days now this, and it has enormous building muscle benefits, health benefits, you name it. It's amazing. It's a high fat diet. It's a very high fat diet, and the interesting thing is that you're shedding fat when you eat fat. So totally contrary of what we used to learn and what we used to be taught when we were younger. Total lies, basically, which I know for a lot of time, but never really tried exactly ketogenic diet. That's a topic for another day, guys. Just want to inform you that another reason that I was absent, of course, the computer, but I felt like a terrible squashed snail. um, and I really didn't have any energy to move around. I was like, from the couch to the bed, and I just wanted to watch something and to chill. So that's it. But I'm gonna, go back to normal real quick because I am adapting and I'm kind of enjoying this. Although it's kind of torture and it's kind of very enjoyable at the same time. It's kind of hard to explain, but when you see the results the next day, you're like, awesome. I'm very happy that I didn't eat that Christmas cookie that I was offered. Let me tell you that. Uh, okay, getting back to the comments, and I really hate that I have to end the stream because this is just a review, but it's not like a let's talk stream that I have. I really want to watch Spider-Man to Spider-Verse. Uh, well, we have Crisis on Infinite Earths right now, so I don't want to know anything. Don't tell me. WTP videos, have no idea what is that. I'll have to see them. Ah, thanks, Ivy. Um, I have no idea what they're gonna do for 2019. They are making crossovers a lot, so I don't know, but I'm gonna see. I have to see episode 2 and episode 3 of that crossover, the current crossover. The sheer parachute bringer to its prime. Well, I notice very more definition in my muscle. You can see it even now. Like I don't I don't almost have to flex, and you can see my muscles. So prominent. Um, so freaking. Although the light is getting in the way, but I'm getting such an amazing, striations even now. It's just, yeah, it's too bad, but I have so many muscles on my back. Everything traps, everything looks freaking amazing. I look like a very well shaped granite, and it's very complimentary of my whole anatomy because everything is super well proportioned. I'm very lucky, thankfully. So this muscle just falls perfectly on everything. Yeah, so just a few days, and I'm just very happy and very amazed by this ketogenic diet. But I'm gonna research that, gonna test that, more in the coming days before Christmas. One more week before I refeed, so to speak, on carbs. But then I plan to go back to the keto style because it's really amazing. Triceps, yeah. Mm. Of course, I'm gonna stay away from steroids. Are you kidding me? Oh god. Mm. Yeah, better than ever. You can tell. You can freaking tell. You know, like you can see the freaking veins. It's so it's so clean. It's not. It's just you see that. I never had that. Now this started to separate. Everything started to separate so good. It's just amazing. I can't believe it. I always wanted this, super athletic body, but trying to sustain my femininity, which I am because just my body is hourglass, so I cannot be flat even if I want to. My butt is getting more round and prominent. My legs are getting more shaped. Just amazing. It's amazing. So I'm getting more feminine actually, not the opposite. And that is what happens when you have very good proportions, and of course when you train absolutely naturally and you're trying to push in a natural way, which sometimes is fast, sometimes is slow, but at least when you're committed, you're seeing the results. You just have to keep going, and all of a sudden you're gonna wake up and you're gonna have this, and this one day you're gonna have this, like, wow, like, where did that happen? I mean, where did that happen? All of a sudden it's there. And I actually bought a very awesome belt for weighted, pull-ups, and now I'm pulling up along with my body weight and pulling up 5 kilos more. I can actually pull myself all the way and put my chin above the bar, like the bar is here, with 5 kilos, and then I tried with 10, and I managed to pull myself with 10 as well. It's just that I can make like only 2 reps with 10. It's really heavy, guys, but that is amazing improvement. Amazing, everything is improving. I'm so happy, and I want to encourage you guys to do the same. Just you know right now, the keto is something that I believe is very, very beneficial to health, to all people. It can cure diabetes, a lot of things. Even if you don't have any problems like I don't, just start from very young age to fix everything, and you can really understand how the body works and why we are getting fat and why we are not losing weight. There's so many information that you can learn. So in every single freaking moment that I can, I'm just learning and learning and learning. And of course, you can add to any type of diet intermittent fasting, which is like the top most necessary thing to do. You know, when you do anything, you just have to give your body a break and not eat for 16-18 hours. And the more you do it, you just look better and better, and you just feel better and better. So it's freaking amazing, guys. I'm gonna do a lot more research on that. Still continue with it. So let's see how I feel and how I look, and I'm gonna make a review of the ketogenic diet maybe after a month at least. Although people really say that it has to pass. I mean, time really has to pass so your body get used to it. So maybe about 2 months, three. But you can really see the first. You can still make a review, so to speak, of the first few weeks because they're the toughest. Yeah, they're the toughest, guys. But I'm inventing new meals and new stuff to eat and all stuff that I ate before I didn't know that they're keto friendly. How to make things keto friendly. I even made that keto chocolate if you saw my Facebook, and it tasted amazing, just amazing. But you can't have too much of it because you're still gonna. It still has a bit of carbs, which in keto a bit is much. So yeah, but it's freaking amazing. I can't believe it. So guys, that is it. Um, Thanks, Irko. Yeah, that is what I'm also very proud of, that I'm achieving everything by myself. I don't need a trainer. I'm my own trainer for years, and I know everything now that needs to. Of course, I still learn, but I know everything that I need to know to achieve a great body. Just need to continue doing it, and by continue doing it, I also mean that I'm gonna learn and learn and learn because I never stop learning. I'm learning and studying all the time, all the time, even at work, even when I wake up. I'm just putting my phone. I had a video with scientific information and putting it on, listening to that all the time. That's what you have to do if you want to achieve anything, really. Thank you. Well, by pound for pound strength, I'm now a lot stronger than, you know, well, most people, in my weight division, you can say, or most girls, okay, most girls, yeah. Hi Griffin. Well, don't worry, you can just go back and see the review. Hmm. Yeah, exactly, Ivy. I mean, keto diet seems to have amazing, amazing benefits for everybody. Not just some people. Yeah, not just some people. And guys, since I fixed my Windows now, hopefully, I hope that I can just continue on. There's just several settings that I need to do, but other than that, just continue on with everything. So that is, guys, for this night. I'm gonna work out second time this night. Watch the Flash and Arrow Supergirl crossover second episode. Hope to make a review of that, and I really hope that I'm gonna be able to stream tomorrow, at least 2 streams, gaming stream and a review. Yes, Peter. Yeah, I forgot to say to one of my best friends now. Yeah, about that I'm streaming. He may be busy. I don't know. This time just I I hurried to get here because it took me so long to prepare the stream. For the first time after the reinstall. But he is extremely. I mean, Yavor achieved amazing results for like 6 months just by my advice. He lost like 15 kilos and he really gained a lot of muscle mass. I mean, um, he never had any, and now he's really looks really good, especially in the shoulders. Well, 6 months is very slow. I mean, it's not enough time to change completely your physique. I mean, he did, but it's not enough time to transform yourself into a Greek statue. That's gonna take more, you know, a year or two. But for now, he looks slim and pretty good in clothes. So that's the first pretty big result, and now we are expecting the second and all of that. And I'm really, really proud of him because he achieved everything by his own will, of course, but as my advices and all the knowledge that I've gathered and that you know, that I managed to apply to myself, and he applied to himself, and he never felt better in his life. So I'm extremely proud of him, and we're gonna see his transformation later on when he achieves more. But yeah, life is strange stream. I don't like this kind of a games, Griffin. Sorry, that's really not my thing. I can really do it just for you guys, but I'm not gonna be very interesting because I'm gonna sleep on it. Basically, I don't know. Life is strange. Maybe I really gonna do it for you guys. That's too much, Ivy. That's too much. I really not. I'm just trying to be the best version of myself that I can possibly be, and you know, help other people. I just want help, and that's it. Yeah, help is developing my knowledge and my abilities, and as you know, basically knowing myself. You know, the art of knowing yourself. In such a way, you can be the best possible influence and the best possible for society and everybody around you. You can make their lives better by making yourself better first. So that's very important. I just want to spread that message out as I'm making these videos about these movies. I have to make separate videos about that health and fitness again, but guys, we're coming to that point now. So yeah, I have lots of ideas till the end of the year, top 10s, the health stuff. It's gonna be awesome. Just can't wait to finish work next week so I can get to all of that creating things, and of course I'm gonna have content during the week, God willing. So that is, guys, thank you very much for watching. Enjoy your weekend. Hope I can see you tomorrow. I'm really gonna be excited about that, being here, seeing you guys tomorrow. And yeah, you just check my Facebook page, you know, to see when I'm gonna stream. So thank you guys. You inspire me with you just being here and listening to me, and I hope that I can inspire you to be the best version of yourself, and thus be more helpful to everybody and humanity. Just give better example to even to the people that are closest to you. That's even enough contribution, guys. So well, that's it. Thank you. Have a good night. Sleep well if you have my time zone, and till tomorrow, hopefully. As always, bye, my guarantees.